This question is from the chapter Surface Chemistry and Colloids. Here you have been asked to define the process of coagulation. Coagulation in colloidal system is the process where the colloidal particles aggregate or clump together to produce larger clusters or precipitates. This will lead to the destabilization of the colloidal system, and this typically occurs through the neutralization of charges. Coagulation is often achieved by adding the substances known as coagulants, which neutralizes the charges on the colloidal particles. This reduces the repulsive forces between the particles and causing them to aggregate. And the second one is to state Hardy-Schulze rule. According to the Hardy-Schulze rule, the coagulation of a colloidal system is more effective when the valency of the counter ion is higher. This rule implies that the ions with higher charges are more effective at neutralizing the charge on the colloidal particles and inducing a coagulation compared to the ions with lower charges. This is because higher valency ions can neutralize more charges at once, leading to more effective aggregation of the particles. And in the third one, we need to define the process of electrophoresis. Electrophoresis is a technique used to study the movement of charged colloidal particles under the influence of an electric field. In electrophoresis, the colloidal particles migrate towards the electrodes of opposite charge due to their electrical charge. The rate and direction of the movement provides the information regarding the charge and size of the colloidal particles. This technique is useful in analyzing and separating different colloidal particles based on their electrophoretic mobility. In the oral question, we have to differentiate between the process of physisorption and chemisorption. Physisorption and chemisorption are two different types of adsorption processes. In physisorption, it involves weak van der Waals forces or London dispersion forces. Here the bonding is physical bonds and not the chemical bonds. And in terms of heat of adsorption, we can say the physisorption process low amount of heat energy. And it is more reversible, means the adsorbate can be easily removed from the adsorbent. This is generally favored at low temperature. This physisorption is more favored at a low temperature. Whereas in chemisorption, we can say it involves a stronger chemical bonds such as covalent or ionic bonds. The chemical bonds are formed between the adsorbate and the adsorbent molecule. Heat of adsorption is generally high. This is more than 80 kilojoule per mole. And in terms of reversibility, we can say they are less reversible. It means the breaking of chemical bonds requires significant amount of energy. This is favored at high temperature, and for example, we can say the hydrogen atoms are adsorbing on the metal surfaces or oxygen on catalyst. So these are the main differences between physisorption and chemisorption. You can write any of the three differences to get 3 marks.